Another blow for Labour in the polls, doc devastation over the death of a sea lion, and how long your household appliances should be lasting. Kia ora, I'm Wilhelmina Shrimpton, and these are your afternoon New Zealand Herald headlines. A new poll has thrown up more dire numbers for Labour. The Taxpayers Union-funded Curia poll has the party on just 27%, the second poll in 2 days, with Labour sitting in the 20s. National remains unchanged on 35%, a blow for the party with its flagship tax policy appearing to have not moved the dial. But combined with ACT's 14%, it's more than enough for the parties to form a government. The Curia poll has New Zealand first under the 5% threshold. Meanwhile, Labour's hoping its $81 million energy efficiency rebate scheme will be enough to move the dial on its popularity problem. The party's promised an up to $18,000 incentive for those who undergo a deep, energy-efficient retrofit of their home. Labour says for anyone who retrofits their home with double glazing, floor-to-roof insulation and ditches gas heating, the government will foot up to 30% of the total bill. Hospitality NZ says National's tourism pledge would help businesses with staff shortages this summer. The election promise includes lifting the upper age for working holiday visas from 30 to 35 years and allowing people to apply for a second and third work visa to help ease staff shortages. Hospitality NZ Chief Executive Steve Armitage says mechanisms like this allow businesses to plan ahead.
It's important that we look to train and attract as many New Zealanders as possible into hospitality long term, but measures like this are certainly a good help for us in that short to medium term.
The Department of Conservation is devastated following the death of a female sea lion. The 2-year-old female was found on the harbour side of Aramoana Beach near Dunedin last week. An autopsy report shows it was shot. DOC's Coastal Otago Operations Manager says they're appealing to the public for any information that would help the investigation. Consumer NZ has provided more clarity on exactly how long your household appliances should be lasting and wants more transparency around return timeframes. It found items like dishwashers, fridges and ovens should last around a decade, with TVs, computers and microwaves expected to last from 5 to 8 years. It wants to introduce mandatory repairability ratings, displaying how many years an appliance should run for, similar to an energy rating. Consumer NZ says under the Consumer Guarantees Act, people have the right to return items if they break after a reasonable amount of time, but most people don't know when that is. To world news now, and King Charles has marked the 1-year anniversary of his mother, the Queen's death. Queen Elizabeth II died aged 96 on September 8, 2022 at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. King Charles has released a never-seen-before photo of the Queen, aged 42, at an official portrait sitting in 1968. He also paid tribute to the monarch in a recorded message.
In marking the first anniversary of Her late Majesty's death and my accession, we recall with great affection her long life, devoted service, and all she meant to so many of us.
And those are the latest NZ Herald headlines. For more news worth knowing, head to nzherald.co.nz.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.